and entertaining the Filipinos and OFWs around the world. Streaming live on www.facebook.com/DZRJ810am or on YouTube, channel RJAM News. To all Teleradio Bandido viewers and listeners, you can now watch Teleradio Bandido on our new YouTube channel, RJAM News. Hit the subscribe button and like the video. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified when a new video gets uploaded. Don't miss out on our dynamite lineup.
PBA Party List for Youth and Sports. Tuloy ang pagtulong sa inyo. Legal, financial, medical assistance, magbibigay ng scholarship, focusing on youth and sports. Yeah. PBA Party List.
Sa iisang bayang sinilangan, mga Islang biyaya sa pinagpala, likha ng isang Diyos o bathala. Tinataglay ang dakilang yaman, sa atin binigay ang perlas ng silangan. Kay gandang kalikasan, ito'y sasagipin pangangalagaan.
Yan ang Pilipino, mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, kailangan ng mundo ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, may tapang malasakit, kaming mga Pilipino.
Mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, payabunin natin to, ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, masipag malikhain, yan ang Pilipino.
Halo-halo man ang ating ibig, iisa pa rin ang ating lahi.
Katotohanan ng kalooban, ating isabuhay. Ako, ikaw, tayo'y magmahalan.
Yan ang Pilipino, mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, kailangan ng mundo ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi mo, ay tapang malasakit, kaming mga Pilipino. Mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, payabungin natin ko ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, masipag malikhain, yan ang Pilipino. Mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, kailangan natin ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, ay dapat malasakit, kaming mga Pilipino. ito ang Pilipino. Isa ang lahi, halo-halo man ang ibig. Yan ang Pilipino.
Muli, isang magandang hapon mga kaibigan. Ito po ang Saludo kami. Patuloy po nating sinasaluduhan ang galing ng mamamayang Pilipino. Ang aming hatid ay serbisyo saan man sa ating mundo. Salamat po ng marami kay Binibining Sonia Rocco at sa Kabud Multimedia Production para sa Yan ang Pilipino Music Video. Hapon na naman ang Sabado 5 ng Marso. Taong 2022, si Ariel Castro, ang ating technical director, mga kaibigan. Ako yung lingkod, Johnny G. Ako po si Johnny Gomez at patuloy tayo ngayong hapon. And I am so honored and privileged to have isa pong business icon at leader sa Philippine motoring business landscape. No? Ang mga kasama po natin ngayon, mga kaibigan, ay wala pong iba kundi ang chairperson, ang chairman and president ng Toyota Calbayog and Toyota Tacloban Leyte Incorporated, among others, si Ginoong Jimmy Yaukasin. Sir Jimmy, magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Ay, magandang hapon, Johnny, at magandang hapon din sa lahat ng paninig ng DZRJ and to all the listeners. Good afternoon.
Magandang hapon po. Tuloy-tuloy tayo at tamang-tama itong ating talakayan dahil the move of the government to kumbagay talagang suportahan yung economic reforms and economic recovery dito pa rin sa panahon ng pandemya ay talagang lahat tayo very much affected. Pero siguro, Sir Jimmy, ang una kong tanong, no, I would like to get your insights muna on the pandemic. How hurt were your businesses in these last 2.5 years?
Well, actually, the pandemic, in the automotive industry, bumaba ang buong industriya ng almost 40% in terms of number of units sold. Dahil for obvious reasons, no, yung mga tao ay hindi lumalabas, hindi nila kailangan ng sasakyan. Pero may mga pockets of recovery na rin sa 2021 at saka 2020, 2021. Dahil isang sektor, lalo na yung mga gumagamit ng public transport, ay naiilang sumakay sa public transport dahil sa threat ng baka mahawa sila sa pandemya, mahawa sila sa COVID. So, yung ibang pamilya na 3 o 4 ang nagtatrabaho na hindi pwede mag-work from home, napipilitan bumili ng sasakyan.
Yes.
So, instead of each one of them going about their own ways, baka parang nag-carpool na lang sila. Pamasahin nila for the whole month, kung 4 sila, ipon-iponin ninyo, pwede nang bumili ng isang sasakyan at mag-carpool na lang yung pamilya ninyo.
That's right.
But,
at less stressful ito dahil doon sa sinasabi nyo, yung takot na baka mahawa. Kapag kilala mo yung mga makakasama mo, kilala mo yung driver at owner ng vehicle, kahit papano naiibsan itong mga problema na ito, Sir Jimmy.
Yes. The only concern was that in 2021, 2020 pala, marami ay nag-work from home.
That's
so
right.
Walang need to go out of the house to work. Pero sa 2022, we realized na hindi naman pwede lahat ng industriya ay work from home, lalo na yung mga call centers o yung mga nagluluto o yung mga may deliveries. So may mga business din na nangangailangan ng physical presence ng mga empleyado, the banking sector, the finance and investment sector, napilitan sila bumili ng sasakyan. So naka-recover na tayo ng 2022. The entire industry was able to recover. But we are still at 80% pa lang from pre-pandemic levels.
Pero yung threat ng pagtaas ng presyo ng gasolina, this is another story that we all have to read and face. Talaga itong mga challenges na ito, one after the other, Sir Jimmy.
Ito naman threat ng pagtaas ng gasolina is mitigated by the fact that Toyota has just introduced a new unit. It's called the Rate. No? It's a 1.0 engine, so matipid siya sa diesel. And then we have introduced a lot of hybrid models, hybrid ng battery at saka engines. So makakatipid tayo ng fuel with this kind of vehicles. So I think the industry future is going towards either hybrid o yung mas matipid na engine displacements.
Pero ang isang tanong ng karaniwang motorista, mas gugustuhin ba nating bumili ng hybrid dahil computerized na itong mga ito versus yung baka pwede na bumili na lang muna ng second hand, Sir Jimmy, no? Na yung mga old model, hindi pa daw po gaanong sakit sa ulo. What is your comment on this?
But so far naman, maganda naman yung second hand ng Toyota, no? Because of the reliability and durability of the vehicle. Kahit 6 years, 7 years na, maganda pa rin yung takbo. Pero alam mo, ganun ba man, parang tayo, no? Yung katawan natin, pag 60, 70 years old na natin, although like you, Johnny, magandang lalaki pa rin, pero sa loob hindi natin alam eh. Di ba?
Dahil may wear and tear.
By normal wear and tear, some parts really wear out, no? So actually, in the long run, it is cheaper actually to buy a new vehicle rather than a second-hand vehicle. Secondly, yung second-hand vehicle, pag bumibili tayo, normally cash yun. Malaki ang cash out natin.
Yes.
Samantala naman, yung bagong vehicle, makaka-cash out lang tayo, 70, 80, 100,000, may brand new vehicle ka na. Wala kang sakit sa ulo for the next 5 years.
That's right.
Maintenance lang. Mura din naman yung maintenance ng Toyota. So yung mga first-time buyers, may mga offerings tayo like yung mga Rays, mga Vios, mga 4 to 5 passenger vehicles at less than 700 to 800,000 pesos only.
Yes.
So ibig sabihin, yung down payment mo nasa 100 plus thousand lang. Compared to a used car, I think the minimum is 300,000 yung cash out.
Especially kung hindi mo alam kung sino yung mga previous owners. Nandiyan pumapasok yung problema. Unlike yung mga brand new, talagang galing sa kasa, inilalabas ng kasa, walang sakit ng ulo, Sir Jimmy.
Yeah, kasi unang tanong mo, bakit niya binibenta kung maganda pa?
Yes. Totoo yan. Totoo yan. Anyway, mamaya mga kaibigan, babalikan natin yung mga fleets ng Toyota at ano yung mga offerings ng ating butihing chairman ng Toyota Calbayog, Toyota Tacloban Leyte. Pero marami sa ating mga kababayan talagang interesado dahil kanilang tinitingnan yung mga strategies ng mga kilalang business personalities katulad po ni Sir Jimmy kung paano nilang talagang nasolusyonan itong problema na ito at kung paano nasurpass. Hindi pa man tapos ang pandemya pero kung paano po sila nag-boomerang at kung paano sila stay afloat dun sa business, no? Siguro, please tell us your story. How did you balance muna yung challenges and opportunities during these very challenging times?
Honestly, this is not the first challenging time that we face. The first one was in 2013. As you know, Tacloban was hit by Typhoon Yolanda.
Yes.
Nagbukas po kami ng Toyota Tacloban, April ng 2013. Nangyari po ang Yolanda ng November ng 2013. So barely 7 months into the business, and we are hit with the biggest tragedy to befall Tacloban at that time.
All right.
But I thank the Lord na yung showroom po natin, being Toyota as a reflective of the brand, yung showroom lang natin ang hindi na-damage at hindi nasira. Whereas all the other brands, nasira talaga yung showroom. So we were the last dealer standing after Yolanda.
Okay.
So 1 month after Yolanda, open na kami. Siyempre, sabi ng mga principals namin, maghinay-hinay tayo kasi baka walang benta kasi di ba, natamaan pala kayo ng trahedya. Pero yung pananaw ko naman ay baliktad sa iniisip nila. Sa akin naman, lahat ng tao during Yolanda dahil sa flash flood, nawala ng sasakyan. Di ba? So the first thing that will come to their mind para mag-rebuild ng kanilang buhay at maibalik sa normal ay dapat may mobility.
Okay.
So that's why I asked for an increase in my allocation actually. After the Yolanda, and yung Toyota Motor Philippines was very supportive and increased my allocation, and we were able to double the sales from 2013.
Unorthodox yung inyong approach, Sir Jimmy,
Oo naman, Johnny, kasi pag nagbebenta ka ng sapatos, huwag mo puntan yung mga may sapatos, puntan mo yung nakatsinelas, di ba? So that time, ang daming nawalan ng sasakyan, so yung focus natin is to provide mobility.
Okay.
For them to be able to go around and restart their life. Itong pandemya is the same thing. Although the entire industry dropped by 40%, ours dropped by only 18%. In fact, in some cases nga, I would like to tell you that in terms of unit sales in 2022, we are higher. 2021 pala. Yung unit sales namin mas mataas pa kaysa pre-pandemic 2019 levels. Probably we are the only dealership to be able to do that, no? In terms of unit sales. Kasi yung mga high-end na mga sasakyan, ng mga buyers, lumipat na sa basic models.
Okay.
Although, siyempre, mas maliit ang total peso sales, mas maliit ang total profitability mo, pero yung number of units that we sold is actually higher than 2019. Yung susi dyan is maghanap ka ng pockets of resilience, pockets of recovery during this time. So ano yung pockets na yan? Siyempre, yung mga business owners, wag na natin pag-usapan yan. Talagang lahat ay natamaan sa COVID, di ba? So yung hinanap namin ay yung mga fixed income earners with a family of 4. Let's say lahat kayo nagtatrabaho, yung pamasahe nyo, ipon-ipunin nyo, bumili na lang kayo ng sasakyan. Di ba? Let's say the father spends 4,000 a month, the mother spends 4,000 a month, dalawang anak spends each 4,000 a month for pamasahe during the month, 16,000 na yan eh. Ipunin nyo, bumili ka na ng sasakyan, mag-carpooling na lang kayo para safe pa rin kayo kasi kayo ay nasa bahay lang lahat pareho, di ba? So, you share one car, edi hulugan nyo na lang yung car.
Okay.
Ipunin nyo yung pamasahin nyo. So, we were able to do that. So, na-target po namin yung mga family of fixed income earners. That's why we were able to sell the basic models by a lot more units than 2019.
Pero hindi pa rin ba kayo natakot dahil kahit sabihin natin may mga fixed income owners, maraming nawalan ng trabaho, baka yung mga unit na naibenta ng Toyota at some point ay hihilahin din. Of course, ito ay bahagi ng business model at bahagi ng inyong mentality. Pero paano po talaga ninyo tinumbok itong pagnanais ng ating mga kababayan talagang to move forward dito sa mga problemang kinharap natin?
May screening process naman yan. So yung tinarget natin muna, yung government workers.
Alright.
Kahit anong pandemya, hindi matatanggal sa trabaho yan. Di ba?
That's right. Totoo yan.
Ito na namin yung police, military, health workers, at saka the government workers in the bureaucracy. And then we targeted those naman na medyo regular employees sa malalaking kumpanya, which is, I think, very minimal yung layoffs. Kasi karamihan ng mga layoffs dyan, yung mga contractual, yung mga casual, yung mga restaurant workers, yun ang talagang natamaan. But for the others, the manufacturing sector, the trading sector, medyo stable naman yung mga trabaho.
Ako, I haven't been to Calbayog and Leyte. Wala akong idea sa traffic condition. Dito sa amin sa Metro Manila, and speaking of EDSA, parating itinuturong culprit ang mga private vehicle owners bilang malaking kontribusyon dito sa traffic sa EDSA. Sir Jimmy, bigyan mo muna kami. Please walk us through. Ano bang itsura ng traffic condition muna dyan sa southern Leyte at dito sa eastern part ng ating bansa?
Well, actually, in Tacloban and Calbayog, as with every part of the country, syempre, as progress increases, no, may development, syempre magta-traffic yan.
Okay.
Kasi alam mo yung mga vision or ambition, yung mga desire ng mga kababayan natin, unang-una, magkaroon ng magandang cellphone.
Alright.
After that, gusto nila magkaroon ng magandang sasakyan before housing, no? Yun talaga yung hierarchy nila, yung mga desires nila. So, alam naman natin that during the pandemic, everybody's already wired. Everybody has a wireless, has a smartphone. So, the next step is going towards mobility.
Okay.
Hindi naman natin pwede sabihin, i-control natin yung pagbenta ng sasakyan o i-control natin o pababain natin yung ambisyon ng mga mamamayan dahil hindi natin makontrol yung traffic.
Okay.
The only solution there for the government is to build more roads. Yun ang mandato naman ng gobyerno mag-provide ng mobility, di ba? Provide the access for mobility. So do not blame us for selling more cars. I think that the government should build more roads.
Yes.
Diba? Kumbaga, sasabihin mo sa tao, huwag ka na mag-ambisyon ng sasakyan kasi hindi tayo makakapagdagdag ng mga kalsada. Hindi naman pwedeng ganon. So, nagbabayad naman ng buwis sa mga tao. Every time we sell cars, ang laki naman ng excise tax ng sasakyan. At saka pag register ka sa LTO, registration ng driver's license, registration ng vehicles, may motor, yung tawag nun, motor road board something, no, with billions of pesos in budget every year. Your mandate is to build more roads. So let us build more roads. Kasi nakikita natin sa maraming lugar, yung mga kalsada, medyo maganda pa, hinuhukay, tapos nire-repair lang. Di ba? yung mga pera pang hukay na dyan, i-asphalt mo na lang, overlay, and then gamitin yung budget, magtayo na tayo mga bypass roads, mga arterial roads, so that everybody can have the chance to travel in comfort.
Okay. Pero how do you respond dun sa question? Dahil kapag ka sinabi mong private vehicle owner, being the culprit dito sa traffic, kayo rin ang tinatamaan mga dealers no ng sasakyan. How do you respond to that?
Well, we just simply tell them, you cannot quash the dreams of the Filipino people to own their own car.
Okay.
Kasi kasama yan sa ambisyon ng bawat pamilya, that we have our own car so that we can go wherever we want, di ba? Alangan pa naman, dala-dala mo yung baby mo, dala-dala mo yung baby carrier mo, tapos masasakay ka sa mga public transport na
magko-commute ka lang.
Commute ka lang.
Okay.
It ruins the entire family experience. Diba? So for those na kaya, it is really their right to have and to purchase the car and to move in comfort.
Okay.
And we as dealers and as the government, we are the enabler of the dreams of the people. And one of their dream is to own a car, their own car. So let's be enablers of that dream. And then they will feel also na, umasenso na ako, may sasakyan na ako. Diba? Rather than, hindi ka pwede bumili ng sasakyan kasi kulang tayo sa kalsada dito, matraffic dito, gano'n, diba?
Kanina sir, nabanggit mo na yung volume sales ng Leyte at ng Calbayog medyo maganda during the pandemic. If you are to compare yung ating clientele, Metro Manila versus dyan sa mga areas na sinusuplayan ninyo, what is the difference? Bakit tinatangkilik ang Toyota products dyan sa mga areas na yan?
I think one of the reason also dahil sa pandemya ay maraming taga-probinsya that are working in Manila went back to their provinces. Doon na sila nagwo-work from home. Kahit mag-work from home, siyempre lalabas ka rin, bibili ka ng pagkain, bibili ka ng at saka once in a while, pag nasa probinsya tayo, Johnny, accessible yung beach, accessible yung mountain trekking. So weekends, they want to have their own adventures. So siguro itong mga taga Manila ay umuwi sa probinsya, pagdating doon, together with their family, bumili ng sasakyan para mag-enjoy naman sila ng buhay probinsya while still continuing to work from home and continuing to receive their salaries.
And Toyota has a complete fleet of cars depending on the requirement ng ating mga customer. Am I correct?
Tama yan. From the basic to the luxurious, kompleto ang Toyota, from multi-purpose vehicle to utility vehicle, from passenger cars to heavy-duty cars like the Hilux, family vans or the single young adult vehicle. Kompleto tayo sa range of vehicles that you can choose from, with a complete range of prices that you can choose from, and the complete range of, sabihin natin, amenities na pwede yung pagpilian.
I'd like to get your inputs, no? Kasi ako'y natutuwa dahil yung, sabi ko nga sa inyo, unorthodox yung inyong approach. At I am very, very sure, no? Kaya maganda yung volume sales ng Calbayog and Leyte because of your business acumen. Pero saan po nagmumula ito? Tayo'y nasa pandemya, tinamaan tayo ng typhoon na Yolanda noong 2013. Pero saan kayo humuhugot ng galing, Sir Jimmy? Did you hear me correctly?
Yes, Johnny. I got your question. Number one, I would say, I've been thinking myself, no, kung bakit lahat ng dealership bumagsak ng Yolanda, sa amin naman hindi naman na-damage yung showroom. I can only, first of all, I attribute it to the grace of God. Pag pinoproteksyonan ka ng Panginoon, talagang walang bagyo na makakasira sa lugar ninyo. At saka, we do a lot of corporate social responsibilities also, because we know everything is by God's grace and we have to be a channel of blessing. Secondly is our employees. I have to tell you, Johnny, that even during Yolanda, during the pandemic, hindi kami nagbawas ng empleyado.
Okay.
We made it a point to give back to our employees kasi during the time naman na normal lahat, tayo naman tinutulungan ng mga empleyado natin. In times of difficulties, mas kaya naman natin sila tulungan. So we continued on paying everybody's salaries even during lockdown. We continued on with our 13-month pay, with the bonuses, with lahat ng mga obligasyon namin, even more because we gave extra subsidies for our employees during the pandemic. So sila naman, since their needs are being taken care of, nawala yung worry nila kung anong gagawin nila bukas, anong kakainin bukas, masipag sila magtrabaho para sa inyo. So the employees are a big factor also. Thirdly is, they also look at us, the leadership. Ano ba yung leadership? Natatakot ba? Umaatras ba during crisis? Nagtatago ba? Hindi. We tell them that we are moving forward. We are increasing our allocation. We are moving on with our target. Kung anong average natin, kailangan mas above the national average tayo. Sabi ko sa kanila. Kasi the more you sell, the more you will make also for the workers. Kasi naka-commission based din naman sila. So sabi ko, hindi kami aatras sa pagtulong sa inyo. Huwag din kayo matras. Sugod lang tayo.
Okay.
And this is the spirit of Filipino resilience.
That's right.
That in the midst of crisis, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going.
Tama-tama yung sinasabi ng mga presidential candidates, Sir Jimmy, no? Yung 6 years daw ay mahaba kapag ang isang leader ay ineffective. Pero napakaikli if we will have a very, very good leader na tayo ay bibit-bitin towards economic recovery. Talking about the election, May 9, 2022, kayo ba'y excited o merong mga qualms about the incoming election? Ano bang nakikita niyong pangako ng eleksyon dito sa business in general, Sir Jimmy?
Sa akin, basically, the government, all of the candidates want to provide stability for the country. Kasi pag may stability tayo, alam natin yung direction ng country natin, we can make our plans accordingly. Yung mahirap, yung politician na tumatakbo na walang plano. Pero so far naman, lahat ng presidential candidates, I would say, all of them have good intentions. Most of them have already concrete plans on how to move the country forward. Wala namang kandidato na gusto i-atras yung development ng bansa natin. So, regardless of who wins in the next election, I know that we will be okay.
Okay, we have a question here coming from Beverly Reyes of San Pablo, Laguna. Sino daw po bang mas madali at mas mahirap pakisamahan from the business point of view? National or local government? Sir Jimmy, your comment please.
Honestly, sa business namin, hindi naman kami dependent sa national government. Even for the local government, the most engagement na meron tayo ay yung pag-renew ng business permit, yun lang. Wala naman kami masyadong engagements with the local government units also. Because we want to keep our business away from politics. Pero syempre, yung local governance naman, malaking bagay yan para sa lahat ng businessmen in general because they provide the general environment for the development of the city. Pag umunlad naman yung syudad, uunlad naman lahat ng negosyo. So that is the same thing with the national government. Pag umunlad ang bansa, pag magandang ekonomiya, maganda ang confidence level ng mga tao, they would be more willing to invest. Kasi yung sasakyan ay long-term investment yan Hindi yan short-term normally, yung financing is over a period of 5 years. Pag nakakasiguro po tayo na yung negosyo natin ay tuloy-tuloy, ang trabaho natin ay tuloy-tuloy for the next 5 years, then mas confident tayo na bumili ng sasakyan. So that is the basic foundation of our economy is really the confidence level of the consumers.
And what is the future of Toyota, Leyte, and Calbayog, let's say 5 years from now?
You know, things are changing. I think 5 years from now, or maybe 10 years from now, we are moving towards sustainable economy. So, in fact, Toyota already has plans to come up with electric cars, purely electric cars.
Yes.
Sa ngayon po, hybrid pa lang. Kasi pag papunta po ka tayong Ilocos o papunta tayo sa Mindanao, baka sa in the middle of the road, hindi tayo maka-charge ng sasakyan natin. Malaking problema yan. At least with the hybrid, you can just go to the gas station, fill it up. Pag ma-charge na yung battery, the engine shuts down, you use the battery. But if it's a pure electric vehicle, then you have to find somewhere to charge. Hindi naman po yung sasakyan parang ibang electrical outlet na isaksak mo lang sa outlet, pwede na mag-charge di ba? Sometimes you need to have a special charging stations. So Toyota is moving towards that para sustainable naman tayo in terms of negative or neutral carbon emissions
Okay.
for climate purposes.
Yes. And is this the future that Toyota is looking into? Sabi mo nga, siguro in the next 10, 15, 20 years, ganyan na ba yung magiging mobility natin, mga electric cars na?
Yes, I think we are moving towards electric cars to lessen our dependence on fossil fuels. Kasi alam mo ngayon, like Ukraine at Russia, konting galaw-galaw ng Russia, konting galaw-galaw ng Ukraine, ay yung presyo ng langis sobrang taas na, di ba? Now it's more than $100 per barrel. Yung diesel umabot na ng 60 pesos. So mahirap yan. Every time na may konting disturbance, volatile masyado ang fossil fuel market.
Okay.
Whereas kung electric cars naman, tayo, di ba, in the future, kahit mag-gira sila, may presyo ng kuryente, ganun din naman di ba?
Pero do we have the market to introduce these products, Sir Jimmy? Meron ba talaga tayong mabebentahan dito sa Pilipinas?
I think right now, ang Tesla kasi sobrang mahal. Umabot ng 3 million, 4 million yung isang sasakyan. In fact, when you go to LTO, it's hard to register electric vehicle kasi sa classification nila parang wala pang electric vehicle na pwede i-check
Okay.
Diba? But moving forward, once may mass market na, may mass production na, naturally yan pag may malaki na yung supply, yung presyo bababa na yan.
All right.
Diba? Sa ngayon, pag konti lang yung supply, mataas ang presyo. When everybody's already using that, parang smartphone, makakabili ka na ngayon ng smartphone for only 5,000, 6,000 pesos. Prices will naturally go down pag malaki na yung supply.
Okay. And talking about social responsibility, no? Dahil ito, ilang taon nang pinoproblema at pinag-uusapan yung modernization ng ating Philippine jeepneys at ng ating bus transport system. Meron bang engagement ang Toyota tungkol dito sa project na ito, Sir Jimmy?
Well, actually, Toyota has attempted to bid for the motor vehicle inspection system. Siyempre, kasa tayo. Yung iba naman, sinasabi, mas maganda yung kasa yung mag-i-inspect kasi alam nila kung anong titingnan.
Okay.
Yung iba naman nagsasabi, mahirap yung kasa mag-inspect kasi may conflict of interest. Kayo din nag-i-inspect, kayo din ang gagawa.
That's right.
So, we will leave it up to the government officials. Yung sinasabi lang namin is, kung gusto ninyo na yung Toyota dealership will be part of the Philippine Motor Vehicle Inspection System, ready po tayo to do that. If you need to regulate the prices, then you regulate the prices. But we are ready to extend a helping hand towards this project.
Okay. So, any other activities dito sa Calbayog and Leyte? What are the grand plans in the making o yung mga nasa pipeline?
In terms of corporate social responsibility, we have always been corporate social citizens, no? Kasi alam mo naman yung Toyota Motor Philippines is a franchise. And we have Japanese partners, we have listed companies that are our principals. So we pay taxes to the national government, we pay the right taxes also to the local government. And then we also take part in community involvement. In fact, last month pa lang, together with Metrobank Foundation, yung Toyota Tacloban ay nagbigay po tayo ng isang unit na patrol car to the Tacloban City Police Station for their patrolling use. Para matulungan yung peace and order nila. And in the past years in Tacloban, after Typhoon Yolanda, nung nasira lahat ng sasakyan ng police, yung kauna-unang patrol car nila, bigay po natin. Okay. Pati yung pangalawa, kasama po natin ng business community ng Tacloban, we gave another vehicle. And Toyota Motor Corporation in Japan gave electric, yung hybrid vehicles na Prius, also to the Philippine National Police in our region. And so we are constantly, let's say consistently, taking part in our community involvement activities.
And how do you guarantee the safety ng ating mga sasakyan na ibinebenta, Sir Jimmy?
We are very open. Pag may problema, we are very open in recalling and fixing the problem. If we discover na may problema yung sasakyan, we don't need you to tell us na may problema. We ourselves will announce to you na yung sasakyan mo, kailangan bumalik dito sa kasa kasi may konting adjustment lang na tayo dito, may konting adjustment dyan, free of charge. So we are very proactive in terms of fixing problems that we discover.
Okay. Of course, yung issue ng automatic acceleration, hindi ito naging problema ng Toyota. At
Hindi
wala kayong history na yung mga vehicles ay de-recall because of this, no? Pero magandang talakayin lang mula sa perspective ng mga hindi nakakaalam. Ano ba itong tinatawag ng automatic acceleration? Dahil there is this one brand, no? Na ito yung naging problema nila, Sir Jimmy.
Well, itong acceleration problem, we don't know what the root cause of the problem is. Minsan, sabi nila, yung accelerator baka sumaya doon sa matting o sa carpet. So, kahit hindi mo inaapakan, edi naka-full blast siya.
Yes.
We're not very clear on the causes of that. So, I don't want to comment, especially on another brand, no? That would not be very good for us. But basically, it is the responsibility of yung car manufacturer pag may incidences o nakaalam kayo na may incidents ng ganito, it is their responsibility to investigate and to admit their mistakes if any and to fix the mistakes.
Okay.
Hindi naman ito blaming game eh. At saka yung consumers naman hindi naman kayo sisisihin. Yung gusto lang ng consumers is pag may problema, sabihan mo kami, ayusin nyo, and that's it. Diba?
Okay. Pero could this also be a driver's error?
It could also be a driver's error, but it depends on the number of incidences.
Yes.
Pag maraming incidences na ganyan, then you have to take a deeper look into the vehicles.
Kayo you're taking Visayas kumbaga, by the storm. Meron ka ng Calbayog, meron ka pang Leyte, meron pa bang mga susunod na mga branches na bubuksan?
We are currently constructing one in Ormoc.
Okay.
Then
yung Heart of Leyte, ha?
Yes. So that we can more or less triangulate Leyte and Samar area.
Pero again, hindi ba kayo, alam kasi natin, ang Leyte, ang Visayas, daanan ng bagyo, Yolanda might not be the first and last, no? Na ma-experience sa Yolanda. Wala bang takot mula sa isang entrepreneur at isang business perspective na lumipat na lang ng ibang lugar? Wala ba tayong ganyang iniisip, Sir Jimmy?
Well, actually, after Typhoon Yolanda happened, nag-apply din po tayo at nabigyan po ang grupo natin ng isang dealership dito sa Northern Luzon.
Okay.
So, we are currently operating the dealership in Bataan, in Balanga.
I see.
So, at least may fallback tayo just in case, sabi mo pa, bumalik-balik yung bagyo, no? But what we do now is before construction, we make sure that we have a structural peer review to make sure that our structure will withstand a Category 5 typhoon. And then we also do preparations. For example, before the typhoon comes, like this time, the Odette was threatening to hit us.
Yes.
Ginagawa po natin, humihiram po tayo ng mga container vans from shipping companies that are loaded with heavy stuff like tiles or cement or ano. And then we position them in front of our glass windows.
Okay.
Act as a windbreaker.
Yes.
So thank God, Typhoon Yolanda, Typhoon Ruby, Typhoon Odette, tatlong typhoon na dumaan sa Tacloban, hindi naman po nabasag kahit isang panel ng window panes natin.
All right. And how many employees do you have?
How many? Pardon?
Employees.
Right now, in Toyota Tacloban, we have around 250 employees and about 80 contractors. For Calbayog, we have about 120 employees.
Okay. And how do you engage them to be proactive at talagang mag-participate ng maayos doon sa grand plan ng management? Let's talk about succession. Meron po ba kayong mga ganyang iniisip, Sir Jimmy?
Yes, actually, yung basic principle namin, number one, is to give them what they deserve. Okay? So if the commissions are for them, ibigay lahat. What tayo bawas ng commission para sa atin. Okay? Secondly is lahat ng benefits ibigay natin. Pag magandang kita, i-share natin sa kanila so that you can keep your employees for a long time. Kasi alam mo sa automotive industry, mahirap magpalit ng employees. Kasi may kailangan na skill set yan eh. Hindi naman pwedeng sino-sino lang mag-apply, di ba? And Toyota Motor Philippines, in recognition of our need for more skilled employees, put up the Toyota Tech School dito sa Santa Rosa, no? The design is for each dealership to send scholars from among our technicians for further studies. At saka may mga scholars po din tayo na pinapasok natin doon sa TMP Tech, Toyota Motor Philippines Technology School. And when they graduate, they're automatically guaranteed a slot in our organization.
Meeting of the minds yung nangyayari dahil my next question is about skills training. I was able to talk with a party list at engaged into yung kanilang organization ay para dun sa mga construction workers, no? Dahil ang isang problema daw po sa ating mga Filipinos, we are very good in construction, pero jack of all trades, master of none. Pero sa ibang bansa, ang ginagawa nila, especially in China and Japan, kapag ka-skill worker daw po yung kanilang trabahante, what they do is to provide with talagang parang never-ending training until such time na maging master sila doon sa kanilang particular na skills. Ang Toyota ba, ganyan din ang mindset nyo, knowing that Toyota is a Japanese brand and a Japanese-run company?
Yes, we also have the same objective, which is why the chairman, George T., the chairman of Metrobank, and also Toyota, started the Toyota School of Technology. It's called Toyota Tech. So itong Toyota Tech is a school designed to upgrade the skills of the existing workers. So let's say you are skilled in a master technician. So yung next mo, senior technician, then master technician. May mga exams yan at saka may mga classes that they have to take. So every year, all the dealerships have to nominate sino yung ipasok natin sa sa Toyota Tech for them to upgrade their skills. So it is a never-ending upgrade of skills for all the employees. So may schedule yan. Pag pumasok ka sa Toyota as a technician, may schedule yan. And syempre, pag pumasok ka na dito sa level 1, may karagdagan po sa sweldo ninyo as an incentive. Libre na yung pag-aral mo, pag pumasa ka pa, madadagdagan pa sweldo mo.
Pero yung sweldo ba ay competitive enough para hindi na mag-alisa ng bansa itong ating mga kababayan, Sir Jimmy? I
believe so. I believe so far, we are competitive in terms of sweldo. As a matter of fact, yung vehicle sales manager ko galing sa US yan eh. Uwi lang dito, pag uwi niya, ayaw na bumalik. Kasi okay naman yung nakikita niya dito as compared to when working in the US. At least dito yung pamilya niya, andito po yung mga kaibigan niya, hindi na siya kailangan mag-OFW pa.
Mukhang dito sa ating kwentuhan, Sir Jimmy, I'm going to assume, no, na mukhang maganda yung pagpapatakbo mo ng itong mga dealership na ito, itong mga branches na ito. Pero saan mo gustong bitbitin ang Toyota Leyte and Toyota Calbayog? Saan mo pa siya gustong dalhin?
What we want to do, Johnny, is not just to sell cars, no? Yung gusto natin is ma-develop natin ang relasyon natin with our car owners so that they can be our customers for life. We will provide quality service to them, and then if they want to change their vehicles, gagawin natin na madali by trading in their old vehicles. Hindi ka na mag-down payment, i-trade mo yung lumang sasakyan mo, then you get your new vehicle. So we want to develop a relationship, not just a sales relationship, but a relationship that will enable us to serve them and for them to be our customers, not only in their lifetime, but for generations to come. Kaya po, for example, Fortuner owner yung tatay, edi gusto din natin magbenta ng Wigo or Vios para sa mga anak nila as their first cars. And the same way na maayos ang pag-serve natin sa tatay, ayusin din po natin ang pag-serve para sa anak nila. And so we have the succession planning also in our companies na yung ginagawa po natin, let's say may magre-retire na. Hindi po tayo kumukuha sa labas na isasaksak doon sa nag-retire na posisyon. But rather, we train those who are in the rank and file for all of them to be promoted. Pag may available na slot sa taas, yung napropromote, halos mga 5 or 6 yung napropromote. So kukuha tayo ng bagong empleyado, dito natin isasaksak sa baba para may chance of promotion yung lahat.
Kung minsan, ang disconnect sa service industry is the customer service and the after sales. What can you say about your employees na yan yung linya, Sir Jimmy?
Alam mo, yung hinahanap naman ng empleyado, ng customer pala, it's not only about the price. Di ba? It's really the relationship. Gusto nila na pag tumawag sila sa service advisor, edi alam nila yung pangalan ng service advisor, may telepono sila, may telephone number sila ng service advisor. Na every time, Eric, yung Richard, yung yung battery ko na discharge, anong gagawin ko dito? Di ba?
Okay.
Clyde, anong nangyari sa sasakyan ko? Hindi umaandar. Yung wiper ko hindi so they need somebody that they can talk to all the time. So that is why we encourage our service advisor not only to entertain those who are in the showroom but to develop a relationship with them.
Yes.
Nakilala mo talaga sila. Pagpasok pa ng barista ng coffee shop, pagpasok, alam mo yung pangalan.
First name basis, ha?
Oo, alam mo yung pangalan, alam mo yung sasakyan niya, more or less alam mo yung magiging problema niya. That is what we're trying to develop. It will take a long time, but we are starting that first step. So, yung importante dito sa service is, number one is, eliminate back job. Meaning, do it right the first time, all the time. Diba? Because itong mga clients natin, they don't have time to keep on going back and forth to you. Secondly, pag may promise ka na 1 hour na change oil, tapusin nyo sa 1 oras.
Okay.
Kasi sila, may mga appointment din sila after that 1 hour. So what we want to do is to provide an experience for the customers na seamless, na bawas yung waiting time, bawas yung pila-pila. So we have an appointment system also. Like anong oras po kayo ang appointment ninyo, you get there on that time. Let's say your appointment is at 9 o'clock, it takes 1 hour. By 10 o'clock, dapat wala ka na. Tapos na lahat ng ginagawa mo.
And
diba?
Is this the kind of service that Toyota is providing across all branches para sa inyong mga customers?
This is a nationwide program by Toyota Motor Philippines to ensure that the quality of service, the speed and efficiency of the service is uniform sa lahat ng dealerships. So wherever you go, they have to provide the same kind of service.
I see. You talked about hybrid. Kanina, you introduced yung tinatawag na electric cars. Ano yung next level for Toyota, Sir Jimmy? Aside from those na nabanggit mo.
Well, we want to be a total mobility service company. Lahat ng kailangan mo with regards to mobility, we want to be able to provide a solution. For example, later on, we will be coming up with commercial vehicles. Yung mga light A's for small and medium entrepreneurs. We will also provide the connected auto loan, meaning to say, when you buy our car, you install the device, let's say nagde-deliver yung sasakyan mo, from the head office, alam mo exactly nasaan ang sasakyan mo. Para ma-trace mo kung sumusunod ba sila sa rota o nawala na yung nagliko na yung driver mo.
Yes.
So you know at all times where they are. So we want to provide this kind of solutions para yung clients natin will come to Toyota with their mobility requirements. So we want to be a total mobility solutions company.
And kasama ba dyan yung installation ng mga GPS o depende ito sa requirement ng clients?
Kasama na dyan. Pag kailangan ng client ng GPS units to trace their vehicles, we can also provide that.
Okay. Nabanggit mo yung light A's during the, hindi ko matandaan, 70s, 80s, hanggang 90s siguro. Ang Toyota Light A's ay talagang hinahanap na mga medium family owners, no? Paano ito? Tama ba yung aking assumption? Are you going to reintroduce Light A's?
There is a plan to introduce. I just don't know when.
Okay.
There's a plan to introduce the Light Ace either as a family car or as a utility vehicle for small and medium enterprises.
Kasi usually kapag merong product na dilo-launch o kaya dire-reintroduce, merong product na pinapatay. Meron bang papalitan? I'm not trying to inuunahan ko yung plano, pero meron ba kayong for phase out na mga units?
Hindi naman necessarily ganyan kasi this we introduce a new model, a new segment, yung Toyota Race, no?
Yes.
Wala namang na-phase out na model.
Okay.
So minsan may nakikita kaming gaps in the market kagaya ng Light Ace, Light Cargos, nakikita namin na wala pa kami dito sa segment na to, pupunuin namin yung segment na yan.
Alright. Ang Visayas is agad. of course, there is always this government initiative, pati private sector, na yung connecting roads ay to make sure na talagang meron at matibay. Hindi ba ito naging hindrance, yung geographical location ng Visayas for a business-minded person like you, Sir Jimmy?
Alam mo, in this day and age, there is no more barriers.
Okay.
Pwede ka magbenta ng, let's say, ikaw, yung specialty mo are carved eggs, for example. You can sell carved eggs to New York, to Boston, di ba? Eh dito sa atin naman, with the ROROs, with the interconnectivity between islands, there is no longer any barriers. However, Toyota has a one-price policy nationwide.
Okay.
So let's say you are from Leyte, ba't ka pa bibili sa Manila? Yung presyo ng Tacloban, pareho lang naman
Pareho
sa
lang.
Manila. Libre na yung pasahe mo. If you buy from Manila, gagastos ka pa ng transport expenses going back to your province. No? So Toyota's design is for a one-price policy so that you will buy your vehicle in the place where you are.
Okay.
So that you can develop this customer for life relationship with the dealership. Kasi doon ka bumili, doon ka magpaayos. Pag may problema ka, doon ka pumunta. Diba?
Ayun. Okay. Ito tanong ni Berting Jose ng Nueva Ecija, Sir Jimmy. Totoo daw po ba na kapag ka bumili ng cash, hindi niya naman binabanggit ang Toyota, kapag ka bumili ng cash ng sasakyan sa isang dealer, ay hindi kagad ibinibigay yung plaka at ini-introduce yung installment basis para daw kuha na kagad yung plate number. Is it a myth o katotohanan po ito?
I think I don't think it's true, no. Sa amin, whether you buy in cash or you buy in financing, makukuha mo talaga yung plaka, pero syempre hindi instantly. Kasi after you buy, the process is after you buy the car, i-register pa natin sa LTO yan.
Yes.
So the registration takes like 7 days. Bago lumabas yung original ORCR mo, bago lumabas yung plaka mo. So maghintay ka in the same amount of time, whether you buy in cash or you buy in financing. Siguro sa financing, tatagal pa nga eh. Kasi yung financing, ipapa-register mo pa, ipapa-chattel mo pa doon sa Register of Deeds. So may isang step pa bago ma-register sa LTO. So buying in cash will actually make the steps shorter in terms of getting yung plaka ninyo.
What other challenges are you facing and your company is facing, Sir Jimmy?
Well, I would say that the challenge is really for the Philippines to become more credit conscious, no? Alam mo sa Pilipinas, maraming nag-issue ng credit card. Minsan hindi natin alam pag may credit card na overdue, matatamaan yung credit scoring natin. Wala pa sa consciousness ng mga tao 'yan. So 5 years later, mag-apply ka ng sasakyan, magpapa-finance ka, then you discover may unpaid credit card ka pala 3 or 4 years ago, disqualify ka na sa financing kasi may hit ka na, di ba? So I think being credit conscious, paying our debts, conscious tayo sa creditability natin, kailangan ma-implement na natin or ma-impose na natin sa mindset ng ating mamamayan this early. Because once you have an integrated credit information network, lahat ng ginawa mo sa credit na maayos at hindi maayos ay lilitaw yan. So next time you want to buy a car, pagdating sa financing, isang pindot lang, ilalapag na. DX ka na. Hindi ka na makabili ng sasakyan. So we have to be very conscious of this. So I think that is what we need to educate our people, that you have to be very credit conscious.
Yes. Another issue is insurance, no? Sa Japan, everything is being insured. Pati yung pagbibigay ng interest dun sa kanilang mga bank loans ay napakababa kumpara dito sa atin. How can we introduce yung concept ng insurance sa ating mga kababayan? Kung ang pwede lang o tinatanggap lang ng mga insurance companies yung mga modelong sasakyan, Sir Jimmy?
Actually, yun ang malaking bagay is regarding the depreciation of the sasakyan. Lalo na pag tumatagal na, pag tumatandaan yung sasakyan, no? Minsan mas mahal na mag-insure eh. Diba? But for the new vehicles, wala tayong masyadong problema yan. Because at the start pa lang, when we started our distributorship, talagang sinasabi namin sa mga consumers na bago yung sasakyan mo, ipa-insure mo para wala kang problema. And so in 2013, when we did that, even insisted na lahat ng insurance comprehensive kasama yung accident
Yes.
cover. Kaya nung nag-Typhoon Yolanda yung Tacloban, lahat ng bumili sa amin ng sasakyan, halos lahat naka-replace ng panibagong sasakyan.
Mhm.
Maraming nagpasalamat sa amin kasi hindi nila alam na yung comprehensive insurance pala kasama pala yung AXAMCAD.
Yes. oo.
Alam na bangga-bangga lang. Kami at the start pa lang in-insist na talaga namin na isama yon.
Mhm.
So after Yolanda, maraming nagpapasalamat na isama yon kasi nabago yung sasakyan nila.
Mhm.
So I think tama ka, Johnny, no? Insurance is also something that we need to educate our people with kasi wala tayong concept of insurance eh.
Yes.
Sa COVID pandemic ngayon, alam ko yung pinakamalaking growth dyan ay nasa health life insurance kasi natamaan na ng pandemya eh.
Mhm.
Di ba? Yung problema natin is nandyan na tayo at saka tayo magpapa-insure. Dapat hindi pa umabot ang punto na kailangan natin ng insurance, magpa-insure na tayo.
Magpa-insure na. Okay. What is your message, Sir Jimmy, to your fellow entrepreneurs sa business community at sa ating Philippine working class? Go ahead, sir.
Well, my message is very simple. As businessmen, we have a responsibility, first to our employees and second to our clients. In times of difficult situations, we should protect our employees first, not our profit margins. Pag nalugi tayo this time, may panahon din naman mababawi ang mga empleyado sa atin.
Mhm.
Because in good times, the employees take care of our business. That's why we are able to take vacations, di ba? But in difficult times, it is our responsibility to take care of them. Secondly, for our clients, we need to have a total package for them para it will be easy, accessible, seamless for them to transact business with us. Kasi we do not want to sell them a car and that's it. But rather, we want to develop a relationship with them that will continue on for generations.
Mhm.
That they will have a dealer that they can rely on. Tayo naman, we have customers for life.
I see.
And
All right.
generally, for the businessmen, for our country, is that we have a responsibility for our community. It is the community that makes us successful, makes us profitable, and we have to give back and share our blessings. Because as God has given us blessings, we are a channel of blessings. We are not supposed to enjoy the blessings ourselves. Otherwise, baka kung tayo lang mag-enjoy, di limitahan ang blessing natin.
Mhm.
We can bless more people because we are a channel of blessing with the blessings that the Lord has given us.
Very, very moving words, mga kaibigan, ha, mula kay Sir Jimmy. Sandali lang, si Mr. Sergio Ortiz Luis Jr. ng Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry ang makakasama po natin sa Johnny Gomez Live on Monday at 9 in the morning. Samantalang si Dom Hernandez ng Transport Group na Pasada ang makakasama po naman namin ni Chairperson Cora Alma de Leon ng Civil Service Commission at ni Senator Nikki Coseteng 3 p.m. sa SOS. My final question, Sir Jimmy, how do you wish to be remembered after this interview?
I haven't really thought about that. I was only thinking of answering your questions. But really, I would like everybody to know me as somebody who has been blessed by the Lord. Through Yolanda, through the pandemic, we have received blessings in abundance, and our goal is to be a channel of blessing to other people. That is my goal.
Salamat po ng marami. Mga kaibigan, ating pong nakasama sa Saludo kami si Ginoong Jimmy Yaucasin, Chairman and President of Toyota Calbayog, Toyota Tacloban Leyte Incorporated, among others. Kami po ay patuloy na sumasaludo sa galing ng ating mamamayang Pilipino at kasama po riyan ang ating resource person ngayong hapon. Ako po si Johnny Gomez, mga kaibigan. Magkita-kita tayong muli sa Sabado, pansamantala. Bye-bye.